Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night, for nights will quickly dream away the time. Then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling.
Happy be Theseus, our most renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
With great vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. This man, my noble lord, hath my permission to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. This man, my gracious duke, hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy. With cunning thou hast filched my daughter's heart, and her obedience, which is due to me, has turned to stubborn harshness. And so, my gracious duke, be it so. She will not here, before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth. Examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I, to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that masters sow their blood, to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I live, so grow, so die, my lord. Ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. my fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Be like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eye.
Ay me. For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross. Too high to be enthralled to low,
or else misgrafted in respective years,
spite too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell to choose love by another's eye.
Or, if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning and the colleague night that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere man have power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny, then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to lovers' thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancies follow us.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
Oh, my good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers love, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen, when the false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever woman spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly I will meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair! Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue's sweet air more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I loved, the more he hated me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None. But your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helena, to your minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flight doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. And he will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight, thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
Your best call them generally man by man according to the script.
Here is the scroll with every man's name, which is thought fit throughout all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then read the names of the actors and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth the actors by the scrolls. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready, name what part I'm for, and proceed.
Nick Bottom, you are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
This will ask for some tears of the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humorist for a tyrant, I could play Hercules rarely, all apart to tear a cannon, to make all split. The raging rot, the shivering shock, shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' core shall shine afar, and make and mar the foolish fates. That was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This was Hercules' veins, the tyrant's veins. A lover is more condoling.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Sorry, wait. Francis Flute the bellows mender.
Here, Quince.
You must take Thisbe on you.
What is a Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lover that Pyramus must love.
Hey, Faith, have me not play a woman? I have a beard coming in.
It is all one. You shall play it in a mask and speak as small as you will.
If I may hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe.
Oh, Pyramus dear, my lady dear, and lovely dear.
No. You must play Pyramus. And Flute, you, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Now, Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must play Thisbe's mother, Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You are Pyramus's father, myself Thisbe's father, and Snub the joiner. You the lion's part, and I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part ready? Pray you, if it be, give it to me, for I am a slow study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar you that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar you that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
If you should do it too terribly, you would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
They would hang us.
Every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if we should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you as to a nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a smart-faced man, a proper man, that one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were at best I play it in?
Why, what you will.
I could discharge it in your straw-colored beard, your orange-tarny beard, your purple and grain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, the perfect yellow.
Some of you French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play barefaced. But, masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the Palace Wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse. If we were to meet in the city, we'd be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw up a bill of properties, such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we will practice most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, adieu.
In the Duke's Oak we meet.
Hello, spirit, where the wonder are you?
Over hill, over dale, through brush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's spear, and I serve the fairy queen, to do her orbs a pound a queen. The cowslips tall, her pensioners be, in their gold coat spots, you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors. In their freckles lives their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl on every cowslip's ear.
Farewell, thou lava spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell in wrath that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the boy knight of his train to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. Now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square, that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frightens the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometime labor in the quern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometime drink to bear no barm, mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm, those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck, are not you he?
Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. Ooh, and sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, very likeness of a roasted crab. When she drinks against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt telling the saddest tale. Sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her thumb, down topples she, and Taylor she cries, it falls into a cough, and then the whole choir holds their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and sneeze and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and his company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here, come from the farthest step of India, but that the bouncing Amazon, thy buckskin mistress and thy warrior love, must to Theseus be wedded, and you are come to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margent of the sea to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind piping to us in vain, as in revenge, has sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land have made every pelting river so proud they have overborne their continents. The ox therefore hath stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat, the green corn hath rotted it ere his youth attained a beard. Fold stands empty in the drowned field, the crows are fatted with the murrain flock. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lands of the crimson rose, and on old Hyam's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, childing autumn, angry winter, all change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase knows not which is which. This same progeny of evils comes from our dissension, our debate. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross Sir Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sand, marking the embarked traders on the flood. when we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wantering wind, which she, with pretty and swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus's wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairy, away. We will try downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votaress passed on and made in meditation fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make a man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle around the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldest me they were stolen unto this wood, yet here am I, the wood within this wood, because again I cannot meet my Hermia. And get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, and yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not plain as truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I'm sick when I do look upon thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger, bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions, let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I in the temple, in the town, in the field you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight, and there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute hence, some to kill the cankers on the musk rose bud, some war with rear mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl who nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
One aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce, cat, or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak truth, I have forgot our way. Will rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you a bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, much be true my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here's my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force of stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. Oh, and here the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. A pretty soul. She durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I do throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. But awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, no, I'm as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. Oh, what wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What? Though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, and be content.
Content with Hermia? No! I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, till now ripe not to reason. And, touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I did never know, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius I, but you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare ye well. Perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For, as a serpent of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or, as the heresies that men do leave are hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, my serpent and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. And, all my powers, address your love and might to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me! Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast! Oh, me, for pity! What a dream was here! Lysander, look how I do quake with fear! Methought a serpent edged my heart away, and you sat smiling at its cruel prey! Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander! Lord, what? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak if you can hear! Speak of all loves! I swooned almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you all not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, this is a marvelous, convenient place for us to rehearse. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action that we will do before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must take a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By your luck and a parlous fear.
I fear we must leave all killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device that will make all well. Write me a prologue, and let that prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it'll be written in 8 and 6.
Ah, nay, make it 2 more. Let it be written 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. There is no more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and you ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must be written to say he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name. And half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak through, saying, thus or to the same defect, ladies or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If I come hither as a lion, it were a pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And here, he should name his name and tell them plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, then it shall be, but there are two hard things. That is to bring moonlight into the chamber, for, you know, Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar, a calendar. Look in the almanac, find out moonshine, find out moonshine.
Ah, yes, the moon doth shine that night.
Why, then you may leave a window of the great chamber casement where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say they come to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. But then there is another thing. That is, we must have a wall in the great chamber, for, says the story, Pyramus and Thisbe did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let him have some plaster or loam or rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his hand thus, that through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, if it shall be, then all is well. But come, sit, every mother's son, and rehearse your part. Now, Pyramus, you begin. Once you have spoken that speech, enter into the break, and so everyone, according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? Oh, what a play, Sword! I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors. Odors.
Odors savor sweet, so hath thy breath, my Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger, Pyramus, in our play here. Must I speak now?
Mary, must you? You must understand that he is to go to see a noise that he has heard and is to come again.
Oh.
Most radiant.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white hue, of the color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most frisky juvenile and ink, most lovely Jew, as truest horse, and yet should never tire. Where is my love? I shall meet thee at old Ninny's tomb. Ninny's tomb, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter, your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh.
As true as horse, and yet should never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
I'll follow you, I'll lead you round through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometimes a fire, and neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run? This is some knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Oh, bless thee, Bottom. Oh, bless thee. Thou art translated. Oh, God. Oh.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down, and I will sing that they may hear I'm not afraid. The also cocks a black of hue with hard sunny bill. The throstle with his nose so true. The wren of little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, who's not for many a man doth mark, who dares not answer nay. And for indeed, who gives their wit to so foolish of a bird? Who gives the bird the lie, though he cried, cuckoo, never so.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. My ear is much enamored to thy note, so is my eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force perforce moves me on first key to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love do keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity some honest neighbor does not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. If I have wit enough to get out of this woods, I have enough for my own turn.
Out of this wood, do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend on my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers doth sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moat, mustard seed.
Oh.
Ready.
And I?
And I?
And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with green figs, purple grapes, and mulberries. The honeybags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers, crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him else and do him to see.
Hail, mortal.
Hail, hail.
Hail.
I beseech your worship's name heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Good Mistress Cobweb, I shall desire you of more acquaintance. If I do cut my finger, I will make bold with thee. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas Blossom.
I pray you, Master Peas Blossom, commend me to Mistress Squash your mother and Master Peas Cod your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. I beseech your worship's name, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant like Oxbeef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred have made mine eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with watery eye, and when she weeps every flower, lamenting some enforced it.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day, the shallowest thick skin of that barren sort who, Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him a disadvantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon as Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy, as wild geese at the creeping fowler eye, or russet-pated choughs minion sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his sight away his fellows fly. And out our stamp, here o'er and o'er one falls, he murder cries, and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, and their fears strong, senseless things began to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel did snatch, some sleeves, some hats from mules, all things snatch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. And at that moment, so it came to pass, Titania awaked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too. And the Athenian woman at his side, so that when he waked, of force she left the eye.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
Well, this is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast laid Lysander in his sleep, being horseshoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon as the whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with the Antipodes. It cannot be, but that thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, curl, thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience! Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men! For once tell true, even even for my sake? Durst thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part thyself. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here there for a while I will remain. Sorrow's heaviness does heavier grow for that death that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow, which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turn, and not a false turn true.
Then fate o'errules that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that costs the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one, that must needs be sport alone. For those things do best please me to befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep. And vows so born, in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen! Goddess, nymph, perfect, divine! To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. That pure congealed white, high Taurus' snow, when fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdest up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, the seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do? But you must join in souls and mock me too? To vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I'm sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure up tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. That of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience. all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her is but as guest-wise sojourn. But now to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the fate thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou will buy it dear. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why, unkindly, didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence? Both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, our voices and minds had been incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted but yet in union and partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem. And will you rend our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. Seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affections? But by your setting on, by your consent, what, though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Gentle Helen, I hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul. Fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet. Do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop! No, he'll soon break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go!
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr! Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine! O hated potion, hence!
You not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would have had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I will not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me! Wherefore only what moves my love? And not I, Hermia? Are not you, Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Then you left me. Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh, me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, if faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Oh, that way goes the game. Now I do perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak! How low am I? Oh, I am not so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes!
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You may perhaps think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower! Hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence and threatened me to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. So you will let me quiet go. To Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What? With Lysander?
Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but low and little! Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not! Now follow, if thou darest, to try who's right. Of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coils long of you! Ah, nay, Go not back.
I will not trust you, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed. Know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thine knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes, and so far I'm glad I did so sort, for by their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander sometime, frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Was I in this affair to thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fair lord, this must be done with haste, for night-swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all, for in crossways and floods have burial. Already to their wormy beds have gone, for fearless days should look their shames upon. They themselves willfully exile from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate, all fiery red, opening on Neptune's blessed beams, turns to yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I'm feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Oh, here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground. Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? What, in some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Come, coward, dost thou braggest to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars? Come, recreant, come, child, I'll beat thee with a rod. A man is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Come hither, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. That fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Nay, then thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this deer if ever thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Pain has constrained me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hours, shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight. from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Oh, yet but 3. Come one more, 2 of both kinds make up 4. Oh, here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander if they mean affray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in sight of thou former lady's eye. And the country proverb shall be known, that every man shall have his own, that by your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheek do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy large fair ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Mademoiselle Cobweb?
Ready.
Mademoiselle Cobweb, good Mademoiselle, get you your weapon in hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good Mademoiselle, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, good Mademoiselle, and have a care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with honey, good Signora. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Good, give me your fist, good Monsieur. Pray leave your courtesy.
What is your will?
Nothing but to help Caverly Cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's. Methinks I have grown marvelously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear for music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch you your good dried oats. Methinks I have a desire for a bottle of hay, good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
Ugh. I'd rather a handful of 2 of dried peas. But, I pray you, let none of your people disturb me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enwraps the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same buds was wont to swell, like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floweret's eyes, like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions I have seen. Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe its visions now.
Oh, silence a while. Robin, take off this head.
Now when thou wakes, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me. Now, thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus's house, triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
My fair lord, attendant Mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silent sad trip we after the midnight shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Oh, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that here sleeping I was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester. For now our observation is performed, and since we have the voward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, my queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding. So besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed one mutual cry. Never did I hear so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, Salian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollowed to, nor cheered with horn in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
Well, this is my daughter here asleep. And this is Lysander. Demetrius, this is. And Helena, old Medar's Helena. I wonder at their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking. But as yet, I swear, I do not know how I came here. But as I think, for truly what I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law...
Enough! Enough, my lord. You have enough. The law! I beg the law upon his head. He would have stolen away. Thereby, Demetrius, he would have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood. And I in fury hither followed them, fair Helen in fancy following me. But my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now as the remembrance of some idle god which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, as I betrothed her, I saw Hermia. But like in sickness did I loathe this good. But as in health, come to my natural taste, now do I wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own, and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me as yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then, we are awake. Let's after him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
Oh, when my cue comes, call me. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey-ho! Peter Quince! Flute the bellows mender! Snout the tinker! Starveling! God's my life! Stolen hence and left me asleep! I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, passed it with a man to say what my dream was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound my dream. Methought I was. Man dare not offer to say what methought I was. Methought I was, methought I had. Man is but a patch fool to say what methought I had. The eyes of man hath not heard. The ears of man hath not seen. Man's hands are not able to taste. His tongue to conceive. His heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of my dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I will sing it at her death. Oh!
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he returned home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
Oh, if he come not, then the play is marred. It goes forward not. Doth it?
It is not possible. You have no man throughout all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, and he hath the best wit of any handy craftsman in Athens.
Yea, and he's the best person too. And he's the very paramour for her sweet voice.
Oh, you must say paragon, for paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is headed this way from the temple. And there are 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. Pray if our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom! He could not have made 6 pence a day his entire life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day. If the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus, then I'll be hanged, for he would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing!
Oh, most happy day, most courageous.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I will tell you everything.
Oh, let us hear it, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I have to say is the Duke has died. Get your apparel together. New strings to your beard, new ribbons to your pumps. Every man look over his part. Meet presently at the palace, for the long and the short is our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen. And let not him that played the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for claws. And most dear actors, eat no onion and no garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but they will say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away. Go away.
"'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak on."
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold, that is the madman. The lover, all is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven. And as imagination bodies forth the form of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear.
But the story of the night told over, and their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
Here's a brief what sports are right. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch, to the harp. Will none of that. That I have told my love in glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last to conquer it. The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is, hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my noble lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men who work in Athens here, who've never labored in their minds till now. And now have toiled their unbreathed memories with the same play against your nuptials.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing, nothing in the world, unless you could make sport of their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play. Now, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged, for duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
She says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we, to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake. And what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come, great clerks have purposed to greet me with premeditated welcomes, where I have seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practiced accent in their fears, and in conclusion, dumbly have broke off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of this silence, yet I picked a welcome. And in the modesty of fearful duty, I read as much as from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity in least speak most to my capacity.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then that we come but in despite, We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is, all for your delight we are not here. That you should here repent you, the actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not the stop. A good moral, my lord, 'tis not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played his prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain. Nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cath doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink poor souls content to whisper. At which let no man wonder that this man with lantern and bush of thorn doth presenteth moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did the lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, finding his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his bloody boiling breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. As for the rest, lit lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do. In this same interlude it doth befall, that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and the stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the crannied hole is, both right and sinister, through which the lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire Lime and Hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws me the wall. Silence.
O grim-looked night! O night with hue so black! O night, alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. And thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink through which to blink with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss, cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. Oh!
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, sir. He should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to come, and I am to spy her through the wall. You will see. It shall fall pat, as I have told you. See, yonder she comes. Oh!
O wall, well, often thou heard my moans for parting my sweet Pyramus and me. These cherry lips often kiss thy
Thisby's face. Thisby!
My love! Thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I, like Lymander, am trusty still.
And I, like Helen, so fates me kill.
Not Shaffelus to Procrus was so true.
Like Proclus to Shaffelus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the stones of this vile wall. Mwah.
I kiss the walls whole, but not your lips at all.
Wilt thou meet me at Ninny's tomb straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I shall not delay.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so. And being done, Wall away doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It is your imagination then, not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
Ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now, perchance, both quake and tremble here when lion rough and wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, as Snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife, into this place 'twere a pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of a good conscience.
The very best set of beasts, my lord, that ever I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well. Leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns in his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. I, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man in the moon?
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change?
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way. But yet, in courtesy and all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, Moon.
All I have to say is, this lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush.
Why, all these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. But silence. Here comes Thisby.
I am at old Minnie's tomb. Where is my love?
Oh, well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisby.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And then came Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy golden glittering gleams shall I take of truest Thisby sight. But stay, O spite! But look, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here! Eyes, do you see? How can it be? O dainty duck, O dear! What? Thy mantle good? What stained with blood? Approach, you furious fowl! Come, fates! Come, come! Cut thread and thrum! Crush, quail, conclude, quail! Ah!
This passion, and the death of a dear friend, would go near to make a man look sad.
True, my heart, but I pity the man.
O nature, wherefore dost thou lion's frame? That lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come tears, confound, come sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus, that left pap with a heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul to the sky. Tongue, lose thy light, moon, take thy flight. Thus die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Oh, here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one on such a Pyramus. Hope she will be brief.
She hath spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, speak, Pyramus! Speak! Quite dumb? A tomb must cover up these eyes, these cherry lips, this little nose, this yellow cowslip cheeks are gone! God! Lovers make moan! His eyes were as green as leeks. Come, sisters three, come to me! These hands, as pale as milk, lay them now in gore, for he doth soar with threads as fine as silk. Come, blade, my breast imbue. Farewell, friends. Unless Thisbe ends. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and the wall too.
Assure you, sir, the wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you to hear an epilogue?
No. No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, and very notably discharged. But come, let your epilogue alone.
Yes! Stop!
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gait of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the Weary plowman snores, all with weary tasks are done. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves, all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway past to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of us, the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I'm sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
First recite your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever in true loving be, and the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand. Never mole, hairlet, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. With this field do you consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, whilst these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you will pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, lest the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin will restore amends.